I'm just doing this quick for a few statements to make. Um, Everybody that's been trying, everyone who's truly, I don't mean the fake ones, but everyone who's truly that's tried to be nice or friendly or helpful, I do appreciate you. And I'm sorry if I stepped on your toes any. Um, so let me do this shortly abridged version. So when also, I'm going to be turning off the comments because I don't want that going on to distract me. It started out though when I met the first um, big deal relationship in my life. There was obviously, when I first started talking and seeing the person again, this person had originally dropped me off at the friend's house that I would nonetheless, I had lost my virginity to, and I had hung out with this person that day. But I don't know what it was about me. Even though I was attracted to her, you know, we didn't, uh, we didn't, first, like, there was like some, and it's weird, and that's why I say that this one was almost karmatic to me, and with regards to life, because after that drop off when I was 15, almost 16 from her, then fast forward 5 years later, or 3 years later, and, you know, it happens to be the person that I end up proposing to. But this person, I need to tell the full story as abridged as I can. You know, when I first started looking and was showing interest in dating them, and there was no, and yes, we weren't committed yet, but she had a friend come over, and this guy, friend of hers who's gay, to hang out one night, and they were gonna drink. And I've never been a drinker. The few times I did drink with her, um, I really couldn't hold it and didn't drink as much because I'm just a lightweight, and I don't like alcohol really, especially. Uh, I don't like the feeling, and I really don't care for the the taste or the burning sensation of it. So, you know, I mainly decide to smoke mo- probably most of the time back then. But like that night that I was hanging out with her and left and just left her there to hang out with her friend and the other guy, she ended up sleeping with the other guy that wasn't gay. While I was, trying in the process of trying to talk to her. And that almost, if I wasn't really interested in her, I was going to be done after that. Now, she told me a story that she got really drunk and she didn't mean to have sex, but apparently she wanted it, so she got it. Um, And looking on back now, as drunk as she did get, I don't know what happened that night, really. I'm not going to say the guy's name because later on, that guy, once had split from when we had split and I'd got her back from Tennessee, um, that guy I later on ended up running into again. We became friends. We became real good friends for a while because we bonded over talking about that whole thing. Because he tried coming back over another time. I remember back then, and I'd said like, to him, I mean, either you're gonna be over here or I am. We're not gonna be back and forth. And she understood. Good morning. She understood that I wanted a monogamous relationship. We got it, and there just was a lot of baggage with the divorce looming over. Um, I helped her out with that between her parents. I made her dinner at her house. We would both cook dinners I would make. I remember one of the first dinners we watched uh, the American Dream animated movie here on YouTube because I wanted to show her it. I wanted to share with her the knowledge that I had learned and stuff, and I did. Uh, we did go out to Scientology and we got separated and manipulated by Scientology and split up as a family like they do to everybody. When I wanted to leave for sure, and they sunk their teeth into her, got her to stay. 2 weeks later, she was ready for me to get her to come home. So I got her out of there. We go to Nashville. Her poor dog's leg got broken on accident because he had to stay in the room and he was trying to follow her, which was in front of me. As I was leaving the room and closing the door behind me, I didn't see him. His leg got caught and it broke. That scared the living shit out of me. Uh, Took him to a hospital, got him stabilized and everything. He had to walk on only 3 legs and hold that one up for a little bit, but he did heal and he made a full recovery. I'm glad to announce. Um, and she loved her dog as much as I love Brownie. You know, she that and that's one thing I can say positive. She took care of that dog very well, loved him. Uh, you know, I we get over to Nashville because I used to have a past in Nashville, friends, crushes. It wasn't long before when we were working, I got to talking to somebody that was a former friend of mine who I did used to have a crush on, but I didn't have a crush on at that time. She somehow got in her head like that I was trying to talk with her, cheat on her or something. That didn't happen. And that there was the time that she went out practically skinny dipping with bra and panties on in a public pool or a community private pool with my friends, all guy friends at night, mind you. She goes swimming with all of them looking like that without me or anything or telling me or letting me know. And then I find out the next morning through my friends showing me these photos and stuff. And so we were almost done there. And the straw that broke the camel's back was Thanksgiving. Um, I woke up that morning, and long story short, she had done something else, because she don't like I'd go to sleep before her, and then she she pissed me off with what she did, being what our plans were, she completely disregarded what I had planned. And so I had woke her up and, I let her know that, since she didn't bother telling me, she was spending that, I was telling her, I was like, I'm going to need um, some money because she had taken money from my wallet. Well, when I took money from her, boy, that is when I turned around and I left out the room. She literally got up and she punched me in the back of the head, and I fell, you know, almost fell fully down before I grabbed myself on the back of the head, and, and then I felt an arm on my back, and I just took my back, and the only thing I thought of was just to like push out from behind and back her away from me. So I used my butt and stuff, and I pushed her and knocked her back, not hard or anything, but she claimed it was. I mean, she fell back and on the floor, and she didn't hit her head or anything. But then she started getting all upset, and next thing um, I was told that it would be better if I left, which I did. Um, I went back home Thanksgiving by myself, and then it was 3 weeks later, or 2.5 weeks later, after I went back home, that my friend had called and said that they were wrong and I was right concerning some things, and they apologized to me, and they asked if I would be willing to come get her, and I said of course. And her mom called me and asked if I needed any money. I said no. I said she's my wife. I'll go pick her up. I mean, I'll go get her. I drove down there that night, 3 hours, and way past midnight. Got her, loaded all her stuff, parked it in the cul-de-sac, told her I needed a nap from driving. We we started our drive. Somewhere in the drive, she was sobbing, I was sobbing. We were saying our sorries between each other. We got back to Missouri. She wanted to get a hotel room, so we did. We made love, went to bed, woke up the next morning, drove her to her mom's. She got her stuff and got out of the car and said, "Fuck you. You'll never see me again." And I was like, "Wow, really? That's it. You use me, and that's pretty much the story of me and my ex-wife, the abridged version." But you know, uh, that's impossible. That's impossible. My well, since I've been doxxed and since she is coming on here to give an interview, her real name, I don't want to say. I will say her by first name only, Kayla. Um, because being told that I'm getting a domestic violence order when that incident was in 2012 that I just went over about when then she punched me. I mean, it's 2012. It's 2023. Uh, it's only been, what, 11 years, like I have no contact with her. I do not try to ever talk to her. I was told or made to be aware that I'm divorced, like that she took care of it or whatever, and that's fine because for years I was thinking about posting an ad. People were telling me how to do it. I didn't know how to do it, didn't really have the money. That's fine. Technically, though, we could still be legally married. And if that be the case, or we needed to get separated, I would non-contest separation completely. We've been separated already, so of course I wouldn't contest it legally. Um, I have no interest in her. I don't know where she is. I don't care where she is. I just hope that whatever she's doing now and today in life, that she's doing better than how I know me and her were back when we were younger and ignorant. And that's all I really got to say on her. Yes, that is a lie. If that was true, there would have been, I mean, because a neighbor, that's a third party. You can't, come on, you're telling me that that neighbor wouldn't have called the police on me, whether she wanted them to or not, or that she wouldn't have called the police? I mean, no, that did not happen. That is a flat out lie. Well, I was married at 19 to her, and she was 21. This girl was 2 years older than me. Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna put on that front, and I'm sure she's gonna act like that. Um, she knows that I was serious when we were together, like I was committed and wanted to stay married to her. And that's the thing, she wasn't. She wasn't ready to be married, nor was she, I don't think, fully committed to me. So because of that right there, um, there's no need to be. I mean, she has nothing afraid of what? Was she wasn't afraid when she came, and my grandfather can attest, so can my other family, when she came to get her belongings from our storage shed, and I helped her get them. I didn't just open the door up and say, get your shit. Like, I opened it up and helped her and her other party, who was a guy she was dating. You know, I've not done nothing to this woman. And this is just another thing to use to try to, trigger me, get me upset. But she is I mean, she was confirmed after a relationship to be a liar of a lot of things, I know. So, mainly to do with her relationships and her father. So, I don't know. I'll imagine that the story I just told, somehow it'll be, oh no, I didn't do that, but I did. It'd be something crazier. And here again, I ask the question, if that happened, why? Especially because we were not alone when that happened the night after Thanksgiving and I left. There was um, other people there. My friend, we were staying there with friends, other two adults there, like actual two growner adults. If I had laid any hand on her at all, I guarantee I would have went to Nashville jail. So this is not control before the damage. This is me giving the story because, see, my channels have been deleted, so I don't have a video telling my story. So I figured I better do it. Um, and I decided to update on here that if it's going to be 30 days, like I said, then the date has to go back. So that'd be July 2nd. After I end this live, I'm not going to be on there. And no one's going to believe that. I know. But just wait and see. People will use alt accounts and act like me, and they will try to say that I'm on here. They will try everything. JM, get out of here. I told you to leave me alone, and you won't leave me alone. I have not lied over and over this past year. I lied and misled you guys here recently, and now you want to say this because I lied and misled you recently. No, I told you the truth all that time before. I mean, Andrea, hey, you check it out and, make your own opinion. I don't have any problem making their own opinions. I don't give a fuck what these people are gonna make of it. Really don't give a shit. But, you know what I've been saying to you, Andrea. These people, they don't respect you or, uh, you're saying that right now. I haven't heard anything from her because I don't talk to her. But if they were saying that, that would be, I would say, where's the proof? Where's the receipts? Because I didn't, I have not been cyber stalking her. I think maybe, I think maybe back last year or the first time Fusion brought her up, tried talking to her, I think I did send her sister one message because, just same thing I did with my dad and stepmom and everybody else to let them know because these people told me what they were going to do. Oh, we're going to look up your family and everybody, they told me all that. So, you know, but as far as messaging or reaching out to her, I don't even know what her profiles are. When she was with me, for example, her profile was not her actual name and she got locked out of that account. So I don't know what her Facebook is. I don't know what her Instagram or anything else is. I don't care to know either. I don't want to know. Yes, I know what you're saying. And, I obviously didn't make every right decision back then or being that young, but I know I'm certainly was never a monster or a domestic abuser like they're basically trying to paint now. He wouldn't be catfishing her as me. He just came to talk to her, and I guarantee you he's been trying to reach out to her and really and pay her to do this because she is not somebody, and they're going to deny it. They're not going to come out and say, "Oh yeah, we paid her," but she is not a open person. Like she's shy, she's reserved. I know her just as much as she knows me, and we could twist things about it, but we wouldn't be separated if there wasn't relationship difficulties. And they can either be brought on by both people or they can be brought on by one in different times. I don't care about your exes, JM. You got blocked because I don't want you on here. I don't want you targeting me. Here you are coming in here saying it's damage control. Da da da. Shut up. I don't have any. I don't have any pictures of her. There may be some old pictures I have of me and her, but most of them got lost because when my phone was stolen and everything. I don't have any pictures of her. That's the thing. I don't. You know why? Because I've been over her for more than, I don't know, 9, 10 years. So, and I have not threatened her. I don't see Argyverse is helping Kayla get a lawyer. A lawyer for what? You know? And y'all can help her get a lawyer. Guess what I'll do? I'll get one. You act like I won't get one back. So, anyways, that's all I got to say about this stupid shit. I'm not getting triggered by them. I'm ending this live and I'm staying off until, like I said, which will now be July 2nd, to show to some people that I can do it, prove to myself I know I can do it, and because I'm not letting me going live let them excuse and make excuses for taking harassing actions out on after my loved ones. I'm not going to do it. Yeah, I never did either. But you just keep using all those alt accounts. They just keep getting blocked. I know you got a shitload of them. I've seen your thing, but your tab before too when you've opened it, JM. All right, everybody. Peace and blessings. Have a great day. Be safe, and God bless everyone. If you want to talk to me on Instagram, you can on there. Goodbye.